We've had a big question for a while. How the hell does Soi Fon work in Bleach Rebirth of Souls? Is there an actual insta-kill mechanic? Well, today's trailer might actually answer that. Here we go. Time for Soi Fon. She's been very, very expected by some friends of mine. And I guess a lot of you guys too. But yeah, like, in my friend circle, a lot of them are just like diehard Soi Fon fans.
You won't be able to keep up.
So I know they're happy. All right, let's see the vibes. I hope she looks faster than Yoruichi did in her trailer. Which, like, Yoruichi looks fast now that we saw her gameplay, but the trailer really didn't give that away. Soi Fon so far, looking a lot better. Well, is that it? Was that the special that does the insta-kill? We'll read the description soon. Let's see the awakening. Incomplete Shunko. Okay. Okay. So nothing. We didn't go crazy far. When did she do Bankai? Oh, well, I guess there it is. It's gonna be her finishing move there. Okay. Weird. For a second, it got me questioning. Did they reveal Bankai later after those arcs? No. Yeah, so she used the Bankai in Hueco Mundo, but they went for incomplete Shunko for her awakening, saving them Bankai for one of the Kikon moves, one of the finishing moves. Okay. I think Shunko is a cooler ability anyway. Maybe that's a hot take. But let's break down what she actually does in game. First of all, we got a soundtrack with lyrics once again. I think the last time we got one of these was with the Yoruichi trailer. So thematically, kind of fits. Her signature move is Anken, so the same as Yoruichi. An attack that sends an Anken flying, consumes an Anken stock. Oh, she has Anken stocks. Yoruichi just has infinite Anken. Okay, when activated, when Anken stock is at 0, it reloads the stock. She has to reload her gun. Her foot gun, she has to reload it. But also, it looks like it's better than Yoruichi's. Because Yoruichi, she does a dodge into Anken, or just a dodge if she wants. And Soi Fon seems to do a follow-up attack if the Anken connects, which would justify this having a cost over Yoruichi's ability. Spiritual Pressure move 1, Kazaguruma Nigeki Kisatsu. Soi Fon instantly jumps in front of her opponent and attacks with a spinning kick. Holding the input increases the number of attacks with the maximum hold, changing the ability to Nigeki Kisatsu. You win the battle when you hit Nigeki Kisatsu twice. So there it is. There's the insta-kill. Straight up, you win the battle. I wonder how this interacts with Ichigo Full Hollow. Do you just kill him and trigger his Full Hollow right away? Assuming he has the gauges, of course. Now, the good news for Soi Fon mains is that this is a spiritual pressure move, which means you can just kind of do it as long as you have the meter. You don't need a crazy requirement or anything, except that this is something that you gotta hold for it to evolve into this type of move. If you don't hold it enough, it just does the kicking flurry, which still looks like a good move, by the way. I think that looks awesome. But you gotta hold it down if you want to turn it into the Nigeki Kisatsu. And we don't see how long the holding is. We just see her going into cutscene immediately and landing that. So it could be actually hard to pull off in a real match if you have to hold it for too long without the opponent interrupting it or anything. But you can also just let go of the button and do the spinning kicks in case they get closer. So you kind of scare them with that mix up there. And then Spiritual Pressure move 2, Bakudo 30, Shitotsu Sansen. Launch a Shitotsu Sansen forward, and if it hits, Soi Fon strikes with Hakuda surrounded by Kido as a follow-up attack. Holding the input will restrain the opponent for a longer period of time. So it's pretty straightforward. She summons Hakuda here, and she can hold the input to stun the opponent for longer. Once she lets go, this is going to stun the opponent, and she's going to do a follow-up attack like this. It's a long description to say it's a projectile with a follow-up, basically. And then her awakening, she activates the incomplete Shunko, as we said. Soi Fon enhances her combo damage, the amount of spiritual power required, and dash speed, allowing her to make the most of her strengths. Getting more spiritual power is really, really good for Soi Fon here because that's what gives her access to the instant kill move. But she's also not a one-trick pony because this is going to enhance her combo damage, her dash speed, so she is also just by herself without that gimmick, a really fast combo character, which is, you know, very faithful to the source material. Overwhelming speed and a large number of moves to toy with an opponent. Well, we didn't get a large number of moves, but maybe she has a large number of moves. Now, because we're getting a new character trailer every single Monday, I always go to my previous video and pull some comments. So hey, if you guys got theories or ideas that you would like to share, leave it in the comments down below. From the Tosen trailer, so unpredictable. It feels like we're walking in the dark with these character announcements. Good one. Hearted. Like I said in another video, I love the fact that Kenpachi's signature move allows him to beat Tosen's Bankai the same way he did in the manga. Yes and no. Let me preface this by saying this is theories. I haven't played the game, so I can't say for sure. But Kenpachi's signature move, let me grab it for you so we can all be reminded of what it is try to cut me. Basically, you hold the input and Kenpachi just takes whatever damage you throw at him. And then once you release, he's gonna hit you hard. And the more damage you deal to him, the harder he hits you. Now, yes, you might look at this and go, well, it doesn't matter if he's in the dark. He's just gonna put his arms out. And if Tosen tries to attack him, it's gonna be bad news for Tosen. And I would be with you, except Tosen has a projectile. He has a retreating projectile attack, and Kenpachi is still taking damage. And as far as we've seen so far, when you let go of the button, he just does a melee slash. So if Tosen is not there because he's jumping back and throwing projectiles at Kenpachi, then Kenpachi just took the damage. Like, I agree that they were very faithful to the manga and how those two should probably interact. But I also like that as a player, you can pick up Tosen and go, what if I was smarter than Tosen? What if I just didn't get close to Kenpachi at all while he is stuck in the dark? Huh? Maybe I should do that. At this point, Renji would be in Sparking Zero. I checked and he wasn't there. I didn't see any training dummies in Sparking Zero. Think about it this way. Tosen's playstyle is meant to be hit and run, so it doesn't matter exactly where he is during the Bankai. As a Tosen player, all you need to do is pick and choose the moments to close the distance with your specials and then vanish into the dark again. Rinse and repeat. So I believe this comment is coming from the big question that I had during the last reaction, which is, what happens to Tosen's ultimate if you're playing offline, locally, with a friend right next to you on the same screen? Like, when you activate Bankai, this is supposed to be the opponent's vision. But if it is both yours and the opponent's vision, aren't both of you at a disadvantage? And I think this comment makes a very good point. You don't need to know where you are because you know when you are approaching the opponent. It's not about positional awareness, it's more about timing. But that is also assuming that the game lets you approach with a single button, like there's a super dash or a homing dash button. There is a dashing sort of thing, but you have to input a direction at the same time? Because if you do, then you gotta know where Tosen is, you know? And also, like, how close you are to the opponent, I think matters for you to time the attack button. But I guess you should have some idea of where you are because you're the one pressing the buttons on your controller, so you kind of should have an idea. And if you got this hit and run type of playstyle, then yeah, I can see where sober vision is coming from. You can still use this to your advantage. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying that it doesn't matter. I still think it's better for you to see where your character is. Like, if you're playing online, you can clearly see everything while the opponent can't. I think that is still better, but this does make it sound like it's not completely useless if you play on the same screen. Chad alternate outfit confirmed. And also, I would like to see how Weko Mundo Tosen would be different to Shinigami Tosen before using his hollow powers. I saw 3 or 4 of you talking about this alternate outfit for Chad. That's what I call good eyes, guys. Great memory, good eyes. If you remember the first Chad trailer, the reveal trailer, he was wearing this outfit, and now fighting against Tosen, he's wearing this outfit from Soul Society. Now, there is a possibility that there are 2 Chads in the game, but I think it's more likely that alternate costumes are going to be a thing, and I love that this trailer kind of confirmed it. I mean, it's either that or a second Chad, and I think outfits are a lot more likely. Regarding a second Tosen, like, I would like to see how Weko Mundo Tosen will be different to Shinigami Tosen. Do you guys think a Weko Mundo Tosen will be a thing? I saw a few comments, but they were very few. I don't think that's a very popular theory. And personally, I don't think we'll get 2 Tosens, not at launch, maybe at DLC, but at launch, I think 35 characters, and I don't think Tosen has space for 2 characters. But, you know, I've been wrong before in roster predictions, and as always, I'm happy to be wrong if it means we get more characters and more players are happy with the game that they got. And like I said, leave your comment with your thoughts or theories down below for a chance to be in the future video, and if you want to watch the Tosen reaction, you can check it out right here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!